Deep beneath the surface of the world we know, lies a subterranean catacomb of caves and caverns. And back before the human race learned how to build structures, those caves and caverns offered them the best chance they had at a decent night's sleep or a meal without a fight. Over the decades, archaeologists have discovered many of these ancient caves, and they've been able to determine where they cooked, where they ate, and where they slept. But recently, a man in Washington accidentally uncovered a new cave where they did something else.
Baby.
And exactly what it was has the world of archaeology tingling with excitement.
Prehistoric porn cave.
All coming up tonight on Barely Normal, Caught on Camera.
Hi, I'm James, and these are my photographs. I was out fishing with some friends. We beached the boat on this island so we could pee. I went behind this tree and started going. Next thing I know, the ground's giving way out from under me. I fell in the hole. That sucked. I tried calling my friends to come get me, but my phone had no signal. Luckily, the flashlight worked. When I turned it on, I saw these drawings. They were everywhere. The more I moved around, the more there were. I was like, where the hell am I? It looked like some sort of underground sex museum or something. Being down there, alone in the dark, made me do some thinking. Not the kind of thinking you'd expect to do on a fishing trip with your buddies.
This kind of interaction with your environment is what they call a direct response. I'll bet this whole place is haunted. I mean, think about it. The guy went near the cave and opened his pants, and the cave opened up and sucked him in. It's like the earth saw him unzip and just swallowed him whole.
It's just like that documentary, Poltergeist, except it was a tree instead of a television.
If I were the first person to discover a cave like this, I'd probably need a few minutes alone before I told anyone about it.
It could be that this cave was inhabited by aliens. And they were documenting the things they saw people doing.
It seems illogical and, quite frankly, somewhat mysterious that these people died off. You would think, with all that going on, that their population would grow. Maybe when they were in there, they were so focused on what they were doing that they forgot to drink water and eat food. That's happened to me lots of times.
This is fantastic footage. What doesn't make sense to me, though, is how did they know about all this stuff back then, without the internet?
This might not actually be what it looks like on the surface. These drawings could be the depiction of a great battle between two tribes, and this is how they fought.
Maybe this was an art gallery that had different drawings every week. But they went out of business and got evicted.
Maybe this is where they went to make cave babies, and these drawings are like instructions. I mean, seriously, how are you gonna know unless someone shows you?
Perhaps this was an ancient ballroom where people would come to hear cave music. And these images are what it looked like when they were dancing.
Now that I think of it, I have seen some of these positions in music videos.
My sister and her friends were always doing this dance. I don't know what it's called. They would always yell at me to leave when I'd come home and see them practicing.
Maybe this cave was the meeting place for a secret society. And this was their initiation process.
My nephew has drawings like this on his notebook, I guess. It's his archaeology notebook.
I saw artwork like this when I was in school. On the blackboard sometimes, before class started. The teacher would always erase it right away. I guess she taught an archaeology class before ours.
When I see this ancient artwork, I'm actually kinda surprised. I always just thought that people figured all that stuff out back in the 60s at Woodstock.
Maybe they got tired of the drawings in that cave and went to another cave with new drawings. I do that too, on my phone.
This one looks like the one person is trying to push the other person up a hill.
I once walked in on one of my ex-husbands doing that with his fishing buddy. I drew pictures of it too, for the counselor.
These drawings could be showing us what it looked like after a big earthquake, and all the neighbors got jumbled up like that.
This one drawing in particular looks like they're rubbing two sticks together to make fire.
This is a great capture. Now that these findings are out there, I'll bet college students all over the world are finding names for these ancient positions. The woolly mammoth? The saber-toothed tiger? The pterodactyl? I guess they hadn't invented reverse cave girl yet.
That one just looks like a bunch of lines and circles. I don't see what they're seeing.
This artwork gives us the impression that people back then were really skinny.
This drawing proves without a doubt that prehistoric cave people had at least some basic system of hierarchy. That one is clearly bowing to the other one. Maybe this one drawing is trying to show how people did the Heimlich maneuver back then. That one looks like a candle with a burning flame.
You got the burning flame part right.
This image resembles a martini glass with a lime slice in it.
Perhaps this is actually an ancient health education classroom. And they were a lot more informative back then than they are today.
My babysitter used to do that one with my dad.
Eventually, I heard him calling my name.
James! You down there? Hi, James. Where are you?
They grabbed a rope from the boat and pulled me out. Just in time, too. Right after they did, the whole thing caved in. Lesson learned, just pee off the side of the boat. Don't make your friends feel weird about whipping it out.
We've known for a long time that our ancient ancestors had tools, but we now know a lot more about how they used them as well.
Okay, guys, it says here that before we leave, one of us is supposed to read this disclaimer.
Really?
What does it say?
It says that no caves or caverns were vandalized or damaged during the filming of this episode.
How is that possible?
Yeah, there were drawings everywhere.
And the whole place caved in.
Do you think they made the whole thing up?
No.
Why would anyone do that?
What if they're still recording us now?
Yeah, then you already read it.
Oh, crap. I hope they're not.